So, you touched on something that's, I think, is so true, in that your journey has been incredible, and but what's remarkable about it is it's not unlike so many of our own.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Divorce in the family, sick children, struggles in relationships, and then building your business, you faced shady business people,
gangsters.
And Lord help me, rejection.
Literally.
Yes.
Yep.
A rejection. What inside of you is it that was Joy, keep going, Joy, keep going,
Right.
keep going?
Right.
I know you call it pivoting your skis because you're a skier.
Yep.
But what do you name that? How do you draw on it?
Right. Well, we all have it. We all have that ability, and we just have to pull it out of us, right? You have to have, so there, I didn't even know what I did as a young child. I kept blowing up toasters and changing things into something else and inventing fluorescent flea collars, and I never looked at myself as a product inventor, creative in any way. So I'm an inventor. Everybody here is probably creative in their own area. Mm-hmm. But for me, so I didn't dance, and somebody wouldn't say, your daughter's a dancer, I'm sure she's going to grow up to be a beautiful, talented ballerina. They were just like, what's the matter with her? So, until I got older, I really wasn't able to define in my mind what I loved to do, and it was to make product to make life better for people. So I always looked at people's lives, and if something didn't work for my family or for my teacher or whatever, I would always try to jigger it to make it better. So I was doing this my whole life, but I had no definition.
As parents, and specifically as businesswomen, sometimes I've watched and listened to my colleagues. They want to sort of shield their children from the stress and the difficulties of the business, and keep them out of it. You made a wildly different decision.
Yes, I did.
You took your children with you cross country to California.
Yep.
Bobby over there, you're putting mops together.
Right. My son there, my attorney, my lawyer, my everything. Right.
So, and you called yourselves a team.
Yes.
And so,
yes.
how did
the core four?
The core four, right?
Right.
How did that? How did you decide to take them with you and involve them in everything? And how did that shape who they are?
Well, that's a great question. So, I used to be the cool house as well. I had my children, my daughter, my son, and my next daughter, like 1 year after the other. So when, as they were growing up, it was like I'd rather have everybody at my house, rather than have them go and not know where they are. So that's the Italian in me, I guess, I don't know, or whatever. So I would ask their friend, so what does your mom or dad do, just if I don't know them. And they were like, most of the times I would hear, I don't know, right? The children, I don't know. Right. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, there's a miss there somewhere. So, having said that, I am a firm believer that if you are fortunate enough to do what you love, right, and be passionate about what you love, first of all, I can guarantee success, right? When you read if you are passionate, and, success is on all levels. If you put this bar up here, you may not get to that bar, but you might get to this bar, or you might get to that bar, and these two might be better than that one. And I can tell you that as a fact. But, I found very quickly that if I was going, be very involved in my career and building a business from nothing, from a dusty desk in the back of an auto body shop, literally, no groups like this around,
right.
No support that we have today in this day and age. I needed to go knee deep into it if I was going to make that commitment. Courageous Joy, right? So my children I said, they're going to be part of it. They're going to experience it. Because I felt that was an important enhancement. And they saw that many times anything is possible, right?
If you look at, I think in 2016, the number of U.S. businesses over $1 million in annual revenue, only 3% of those are women-owned business.
Yep.
So that's more than a little catching up to do. So what do you see? How can we support and embolden women to scale from micro businesses to earn over that $1 million mark?
Well, that's a great question, and it goes back to my statement before. I really do believe one of the heart problems of that is that first step of can I do that? How can I do that? Even if you want to open a bakery or if you want to start a security company, it doesn't matter what you want to do, right? It's how do I take that first step, right? And so therefore I say a couple of, you absolutely have to. We have to have people who let known to these women, and I'm going to say women right now because having spoken at that group, and I'm going to go back there, and finding out that the first thing is just the fear of doing it. It's, not even doing it, the act of doing it, right? But the fear to start doing it. And as children, we have that fearlessness. We grow up, and particularly women they just get that, they lose that fearlessness. And so I say that you absolutely have to research around you first, right, to see what's available, and you must take that step. If you don't take that step, you really will get nowhere. And to have the support around you, I say it in another way, I say you have to surround yourself with light, bright people.
Talk to women and business owners, or even men too, about, hey, you have to go out there and sell. They get all squishy and they fear of being pushy and that kind of stuff. I believe selling is a service and look at it completely different. But what would you say to women or blooming business owners here who are, what selling advice would you offer to them?
Well, it's so funny. Somebody just recently told me, Gail King, I was just on this CBS this morning. She said to me, I watch you, Joy, and you are not selling to me. You are telling me why I want to buy something or why I don't. You inform me about the product. Right. But she said, but I must say you do it in a way that gets me so excited that I have to buy it. So, and that's not, I don't consider myself a seller. Isn't that interesting? So, because when I am talking about the features and benefits of a handbag, right? And I say, well, that you can put your shoes on the bottom, and you can, and it has RFID blocking, so nobody's going to, steal your identity. I have designed any product from the ground up. It is like talking about your children. So when you are going to do anything in selling, you better believe in it yourself. That is the key. Yes. And you better be passionate about it, because people, it's like at a sale, right? If you start getting excited about what you're getting, people are like, what are they doing? What? I want that too. And it's, and it's very interesting, right?
And this one really caught me. You got me with this.
You thought it was over, right?
Yes, this letter to you.
Okay.
About no matter what you're going through, you can do this.
That's on those days, and I've had them, where you're like, I can't. I just don't know how I can't. You go back to that letter, and as you're here today, just look at my face and know that you can. You truly can. I mean, I went through everything. When you read the book, you will see, even health, because I was trying to do it all, and I just went, nope, you can't. And and so, but you can, if you really just think it. You have the intelligence now. You have a support system that you can always turn to, and I hope you can always turn to this book as well.